Wonder what the lawn looks like after 9 days of vacation. What's going on, everybody? Chuck here, and I hope that you are having a fantastic day today. Before we actually get into the video, I do want to say, if you haven't done so already, please consider hitting that little subscribe button down there at the bottom, or not really bottom, underneath the video, and maybe clicking that bell if you so choose. It does mean a lot to us content creators just to know that we're doing something right by getting those likes and subscribes and all that stuff. So please consider doing that now, later, some point during the video, whenever you feel like it. So as I said at the beginning of the video, I've been on vacation for 9 days, but it's actually been 12 days since I last mowed. My last mow was on July 2nd when I filmed that 4th of July video. It is now July 14th. So when I got home Sunday afternoon, I expected the lawn to be overgrown. Now I did mow it at 3.5 inches before I left. And I'll go through like sort of what I did to get my lawn prepared for vacation here in a minute. But nonetheless, I expected it to be overgrown. What I didn't expect was this. I don't know how well that's showing up on camera. There's a little bit sort of right here, some more up there, just sort of all over the lawn, along there. Here's a close-up. So I've had some goosegrass. I know I've had some goosegrass. I didn't know how much goosegrass I had in my lawn. I was surprised, to say the least, by the amount of goosegrass that I have in my lawn. Like I said, I knew I had some. I just didn't know how much I had until I got back. Now, goosegrass, when you mow it, and it's the same height as everything else in your lawn, you know, most people may not notice it, but it grows faster and taller than regular grass. So when the grass is long and it's overgrown and it sort of grows in different directions, it's very easy to notice. And so that's the situation here with the grass overgrown. Maybe it's always been there, but because I've done regular mowings, I've never noticed it. So there's some glyphosate in my near future when I do my fall overseed, because that's the only way you can take care of goosegrass is by nuking the areas that it exists. So I'll be doing that when I do my fall overseed. There's also some crabgrass like along the driveway here, and along the edge of the flower bed, there's a couple areas that maybe I didn't hit very well when I did my pre-emergent. On the strip, there's that one patch of like weird broadleaf. There's some goosegrass as well. I did not do a pre-emergent, so there is some crabgrass growing towards the back end, or the back side there. So, but before I do anything else in regards to what I did to prepare for my vacation and what I'm doing to sort of revive my lawn post-vacation, I want to go ahead and get a mow, a trim, and a blow-in. Oh, looks so much better mowed, trimmed, and blowed. I think Alan Haynes said it best. Mowed weeds look better than unmowed weeds. It's not exactly how he said it, but still. Anyway, before I get into what I'm gonna do to revive the lawn, let's talk about what I did pre-vacation to sort of get it ready. First thing, I mowed it, and I mowed it shorter than I typically would. I've been mowing this at 4 inches. I mowed it for that 4th of July video at 3.5 inches, which is the last time I mowed, as I said earlier. Then I changed my watering. Now, typically, I use these Orbit gear drive, I think that's what they're called, or something like that, sprinklers, and I have 2 of these that I use here on the main lawn. And I have an oscillating sprinkler on the side yard. I'll link to a video I did last year to show that sprinkler that I use. And that's typically what I use. And I'll just use this and I, put the hose in and I move the sprinkler around the lawn to get my even coverage. Obviously, when I'm on vacation, I cannot do that. So I had to sort of not use these. And I bought 2 of these Melnor oscillating sprinklers. You can adjust with these dials here, these tabs here, adjust like how far it sprays. And then with these here, it adjusts the throw of the water. And so using that and sort of like the ability to sort of dial these in, putting one here sort of where I'm sitting and another one just off camera here, I was able to cover the full lawn. Well, the majority of it, probably 99% or so of the lawn I was able to cover. As I said earlier, on the other side of the tree where sort of the truck, where the car is, that area didn't get as much water because the tree was in the way. And the only reason I really don't like using these is because if there's any wind at all, it blows the water around and you're not gonna get even coverage. So that was sort of an issue. Now, I also use the Orbit Beehive timers, which you can actually run using your app, and that'll be in that watering video that I showed before. Finally, the one thing I did that a lot of people will tell you not to do is I actually fed the lawn and I gave it a dose of Milorganite, and I did not go full bag rate. I went less than bag rate because if that bag covers 2,500 square feet, I used 1 bag on over 3,500 square feet. I don't have the pounds per thousand. I'll put that down here of what my actual pounds per thousand was on that. And it was just a lighter dose. I know I was gonna promote a little bit of growth. Milorganite doesn't promote a lot of growth because it's such a low nitrogen number at just 6% nitrogen, but it was more to get some greenage. Hey, there's a grasshopper. Well, that's a big one. To get some green going and just to sort of give it a nice feeding. So it's been a little while since I fed it last. So I wanted to go ahead and get it one more feeding before I went on vacation. So I went ahead and did that. So what I'm gonna be doing post-vacation to sort of revive the lawn. The good thing is I don't really need, you can tell here, I don't need a lot of reviving. It looks fairly good. The color's fairly good for this time of year with the heat that we're having and me having fescue. It's doing fairly well. There are some heat-stressed areas and I could worry about that, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, watering like I am, trying to get my 1.5 inches. That's the first thing, is I'm getting back on my normal watering schedule. You may be tempted when you go on vacation or you get off your watering schedule to overcompensate and overwater your lawn to sort of make up for lost time, so to speak, or to make up for lost water. Don't do that. Oversaturating is probably just as bad as not watering enough. So the key thing is just get back on your watering schedule. Now, I was fortunate because using the Orbit Beehive sprinklers and using these to get the more or less the coverage I need, I'm not too far off on what I would normally get. I'm pretty confident I didn't get the 1.5 inches of water for that week that I was away on vacation using these because of wind and just other things. But because it usually takes, for something like this, an oscillating sprinkler, to try to get 1.5 inches or to get 1/2 inch per watering, I have to set this for like 1 hour and 15 minutes. Whereas with these, it's about 45 minutes to get 1/2 inch of water. So I'm just getting back on my normal watering schedule, using these again, moving hoses, 45 minutes to get the 1/2 inch that I need per zone. So just getting back on my watering schedule. That's the first thing I'm gonna do to revive my lawn. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna feed the lawn again. And that'll be a separate video that I do for the next DIY lawn channel, where I'm gonna use 402 Flora Green. Because of that low nitrogen content of 4%, it's perfect for small spoon feedings, because here in the summer, we're pushing mid-90s, low to mid-90s, high humidity. You don't want to push a bunch of growth. You don't want to give a bunch of nitrogen, but you do want to just keep it going, keep it fed a little bit, just make it feel nicey nice. And then, in the fall, when it's back to where the lawn is going to thrive, then you can bump up that nitrogen content. But I still want to feed it a little bit. I'm also going to put down some 002 microgreen, some RGS, and some humic and some aerate, just because I'm due for that kind of stuff anyway. And the microgreen, the RGS, the humic, and the aerate's perfect for this time of year because there's, it's very good for the root system. It's good for the soil. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a feeding of that. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to be doing a weed treatment. I'm gonna do a weed killer because a lot of this I'm pretty sure is goosegrass, but for anything that is crabgrass that is now starting to peak up that maybe I didn't notice until I was away for, 9 days, 10 days before I really got home and got to inspect stuff, I wanna kill anything that is not goosegrass. That way I can definitely isolate the areas that are goosegrass, or not goosegrass, quackgrass. So that way I can definitely, decipher what the difference is. And then the areas that are definitely quackgrass that a normal sort of weed killer won't work on, I'm going to go ahead and hit with glyphosate when I do my fall overseed. So the product I'm gonna be using to treat the weeds in my lawn is Ortho Weed Be Gone plus Crabgrass Control. So it does have quinclorac. It also is 2,4-D and dicamba, which is also in the Spectracide Weed Stop for Lawns. Some people will tell you that you need to mix up your chemicals so that way the weeds don't come up, build an intolerance, because that can happen. At least that's what I read on the internet, and the internet never lies. But that's what I have. I'm not gonna go buy another product. I have this, and I bought it on clearance at Walmart for $3, so that's pretty cool. And the big thing you need to pay attention to is a slogan or a moniker that says it won't harm the lawn unless your goal is to kill the lawn. Then go ahead and just get Roundup or some sort of glyphosate or whatever. But I don't wanna do that, so won't harm the lawn guaranteed, or kills weeds, not the grass, or something like that. Just pay attention that it says that before you go buying a weed product off the shelf. This bottle covers 5,000 square feet. It is 32 fluid ounces in this bottle, so it's 6.4 fluid ounces per 1,000 square feet. Cool thing about this product is that you can pop off the orange top, which it's a measuring cup if you want to mix this in a tank sprayer, but you can attach this directly to your Ortho dial and spray, and it does give you sprayer settings on the label. Label is law, and it's a 2.5 setting on the dial, which makes things really, really easy. The one thing I don't like that I'm seeing right now is that there's no indicators on the bottle that says how much product is left. So you kind of have to guess. Luckily for me, because this covers 5,000 square feet and my main lawn is 2,500 square feet, I know I need to use half of this bottle to treat the main lawn. And then the strip is 1,000 square feet. So, I need to use a little less than half of the remaining bottle on the strip. So I'm gonna spray the main lawn first just so I get that half, so I can get half first. And with a setting of 2.5, you're not booking it, you're not running across the lawn like if you've used your Ortho dial and spray for some sort of fertilizer or anything like that. The higher setting you use, the more product comes out of the hose. So you actually have to run or walk a little bit faster. At 2.5, that's a nice leisurely pace to get to the amount of product that you need to use to treat the weeds in your lawn. So anyway, that is what I am using to treat the weeds in my lawn. So anyway, a very short, simple, to the point video. Well, I don't know if it's really that short, but a to the point video this week. Sorry I hadn't been posting. I said because I was on vacation and I wasn't able to get ahead of schedule like I originally wanted. It caused me to not have a video last week, so I apologize for that. But we're back in the swing of things now. Plenty of content coming up. I even got a big collaboration video that I'm actively working on, trying to get people to participate in. So if you're curious about that and you're a lawn tuber and you maybe want to participate in it, message me and I'll fill you in on the details of what I'm looking to do for that video. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment below. What is your sort of setup when you go on vacation? How do you get your lawn prepared, especially if you do not have in-ground irrigation? How do you sort of keep the lawn going while you're not there to baby it and take care of it? But anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and God bless.